All right.
Are you recording?
Are you recording?
Is this live?
Matt's working.
I don't know. Excuse me. So recently we had a customer come to us, a Device Lab customer, and they had a bunch of phones. Some of them you can't even get anymore. Like,
Thankfully.
thankfully.
The Galaxy Note.
I don't know. Like, look at this. Like an iPhone 4 was in their stash, and then next thing you know,
Ooh,
Ancient history.
look at that thing. It is swollen. I don't know if Rob, if you can see that. It's just busted itself apart.
Man.
Crazy. It's,
well, some of these were old. You know.
can you imagine having a rack full of batteries like that? Stay away.
Well, this makes them not work as long. Maybe a fraction of their useful life. Don't you think? You know, it depends on what your goal is.
Yeah, yeah. And so I assume like this is the big problem. Like they need these phones working for years in these device labs because
Yeah.
they need to be able to test against a 3GS. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy we carry these little hand warmers around with us all the time. Like, you know, what's actually causing this to swell like this is there's the electrolyte is degrading in here. And so, you know, obviously it's not supposed to do this, but yeah, you end up generating oxygen and hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, because the ethylene or whatever the other various electrolytes they use is actually degrading and making gas. So it happens when you first make the battery, but then if you overcharge it or it gets too hot, it happens more. It's just crazy to think that like people stack a 19-inch rack full of phones and like half of them turn into little bombs like this.
Yeah, you know, HP did an interesting study on this. They took like 1,000 batteries and cycled them at a bunch of different charge levels and across a range of temperatures. And they're able to see that like more than anything, like keeping the charge level down is like what prevents the swelling. And there's an even stronger effect if you can keep the temperature down at the lower charge level.
That's exactly what these customers in our labs do. Like they actually modulate the amount of power going into it and try and keep down the temperature by just throttling the current going into them.
Huh. Well, so they need them connected all the time, though. The whole point is like you're supposed to be able to talk to the phone all the time, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, like the data, you need the data to like interrogate the diagnostics and see what's going on, but then you need to keep it alive because it will fall off the bus, and then you need to, you know, make sure you find that balance, but they need to live forever without getting toasty and swelling.
But so then I guess USB PD allows us to actually control how much charge the phone's getting, and
That's pretty cool. It keeps the data connection.
And
that's
oxygen.
sort of a new aspect about the whole power delivery stuff.
nice. And so the device labs then they plug this whole thing into their device management system where they're maintaining a charge in the comfort zone, so the battery's not unhappy, and they're monitoring the power and current going into the device.
Yeah.
And maintaining a data connection so the device is available for testing.
Yeah. It's there all the time with less swelling or no swelling.
Sweet. Well, now we just have to keep them cool.
Yeah, we should glue a bunch of heat sinks on the back.
Little air conditioners next to them.
Yeah.
All right, next week we'll design iPhone air conditioners for the Pixel 7a, right? That'd be sweet. But for now, I guess people can go read our white paper.
Yeah. It covers a lot of these topics that we're describing in there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Rob. We're out.